I'm often asked how someone can learn and start using Business Center. And the answer is there's multiple ways and methods. I usually start by opening up Business Center, and on the very start page we have a whole series of different ways that you can get information and knowledge on using Business Center. The first one is under the documentation. And under documentation there's a README link, there's a release notes, and there's the help system. We'll come back to the help system in a minute. You can also go to the tours and tutorials. In the tours and tutorials, you're going to be taken out to our connected site, and on this connected site there's a whole series of tours and tutorials that you can access. So you can start by looking at what's new in the recent program compared to using an earlier release. So if you're on 3.3 and you want to see what's new, you can start here. There's also a series of supporting files as well as references and white papers. So under the references, one place that I also direct people to is the license features. This license features spreadsheet will give you a spreadsheet where you can select on the header of each module, and you can determine what's free in the core and what command is accessible by having a licensed module. You can also go back to the previous pages and work your way through a tour and tutorial. So if you want to know how to use surfaces, you can select on that folder and download not only data sets and projects, but also PDF files that will walk you through creating that particular step or that particular option, as well as a video that accompanies that chapter. Another method is to use the workflow guide. I use this one quite a bit with the help file inside of Business Center myself. So in here there's a workflow guide. So if I want to go and do site takeoff, I can select on that link, and using the series of links I can come through here and start working through a particular workflow. So each one of these has some information, some workflow steps, some release notes, as well as when you select on a particular command, it will actually launch that command within Business Center. So you can minimize this so that when you're working in plan view, you can always go back to that workflow guide and work yourself back and forth between the steps, each step or the next step in the workflow process. Going back to help for a minute, anywhere within the software I can come in, and if I start a command like create a line string and I'm not quite sure what my next steps are or how to use this, if you hit the F1 key, it will launch the help system and take you right to the spot in that particular in the help system. So here there's actually a link that we'll click on and launch the program. So if I open up the help and I click on create line string, again it will launch the command within Business Center. I can also come back through here and there's other options that you can go to. So if I want to look at the line string options, here it's going to show me all the options for the line string. So it's very intuitive when you're working with Business Center. And for those of you who are PayDirt users or TerraModel users, if you type in TerraModel on the search bar, it will take you to a TerraModel equivalence program link. And basically it tells you if you're in TerraModel, you're doing this. To do this in Business Center, you would do this. And then it will take you to the actual help, which shows you how to use or set that particular command. Same thing goes for PayDirt. If I type in PayDirt, I can use the same features that I can walk through and learn what my PayDirt command was and what the Business Center equivalent is. And in some cases you'll see that it's not needed. So there's a lot of information, a lot of different ways to get help inside a Business Center. If that gets you to a certain point or gets you started and you want to learn more and go deeper into the software, then contact your local SciTech dealer and set up a training class or attend one of their pre-scheduled training classes. We also have certified professionals and certified trainers who can come and provide you with on-site training. So again, contact your local SciTech dealer to learn more.